Freitag oder am Wochenende.
Wir können auf Deutsch auch reden, kan? Dan,
Ja, immer übersetzt, ja.
It's a beautiful language, even though I don't really understand German, but
So,
beautiful to hear.
thank you. Terima kasih.
So, sama-sama.
It's also a very complicated language, yeah.
oh,
I mean, it's not the most complicated language in the world, but it's more complicated than English or
Really?
French or Indonesian.
susah banget.
Oh ya?
Gue kan belajar Prancis, gue belajar Arab juga kan karena Muslim. Terus Jerman lagi, bahasa Jawa lagi. Aduh.
So this is your family?
Ya, halo.
Halo.
Hi, good to see you all. How are you doing, guys?
Good.
Thank you, good.
Thank you.
How are you? Apa kabar?
Great, thank you. Baik, terima kasih.
What we will do? You have your friends? Visit here?
Yeah, I visit my friends here, and we play together
Nice.
games
Uh-huh.
in the park or here in the house, and I'm really happy.
Because of Deutsch.
Es sind erfundene Spiele wie Fantasy and with we play Xbox and
Jadi dia pengen main di taman nanti kalau udah ada teman-temannya, terus main di kamar juga kan kayak fantasi gitu, kayak misalnya berumah tangga, misalnya dia jadi kakak aku, dia jadi ibu aku, terus main apa di dalam gitu, role playing ya, atau enggak nanti Xbox, atau enggak nanti cerita atau main musik, dia udah ada di kepalanya macam-macam mainan yang bakalan dia lakukan.
Oh, so exciting. What about you, Cedric?
Yeah.
And you, Cedric, because of Deutsch. Ja, was willst du machen?
Was du heute so machst? Am Wochenende.
Zuschauen, bei meiner Schwester was spielen, vielleicht auch ein bisschen mitmachen bei Xbox.
Klavier üben.
Ja, Klavier üben.
Ya. Ya, katanya dia pengen ngeliatin kakaknya sama temen-temennya main, terus nanti pengen join kalau misalnya Xbox barengan, terus main piano juga gitu. Karena ganti-gantian, jadi hari ini temennya Kayla yang datang, besok temennya Cedric. Gitu. Jadi di sini lockdownnya udah agak mulai dibuka sedikit, jadi teman-temannya udah mulai ganti-gantian berdatangan tapi nggak banyak gitu. Selagi negatif tesnya kemarin ya. Iya. Jadi setiap hari apa di tesnya di sekolah? Wie viel Mal pro Woche habt ihr getestet?
3 times.
3 times per week.
Wow.
Yes. On Monday, Wednesday, and on Friday.
Oh,
Also very.
very serious.
Ya, jadi setiap di sini setiap seminggu sekali 3 kali dites di sekolah, semua sekolah ya gratis. Senin, Rabu, sama Jumat. Tante Ju mau tanya tuh kelas berapa katanya?
Ya, Kayla.
Aku kelas 1A in
Junior.
in high school,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Misalnya kelas?
My class is 3M
Musik ya?
through music in
Ferdinandeo
Ground
ya.
school.
In ground school. Iya.
Kayla kelas 1 SMP ya kalau di Indonesia ya?
Sebenarnya kalau SMP kan di kita tahun ke-7 ya.
Iya.
Tapi di sini tahun ke-5, which is di SD-nya kelas 5, di sini udah masuk
High school.
junior high school gitu.
Kalau
Kalau
earlier
kelas
ya,
3.
kelas 3 SD.
SD, ya. Dia 2 kali loncat.
Akselerasi ya.
Iya,
Oh,
harusnya masih kelas 1. Ya, alhamdulillah ya, Dek.
yeah.
Du bist aufgestürzt. Kan?
good, very
Ya.
good.
Coba. Makasih, Tante.
Cedric sama Kayla masih suka main sama-sama nggak sih?
Mag je zusammen spelen? Oder wie?
Ja, schon, wir spielen schon zusammen aber manchmal manchmal lese ich alleine und manchmal spielt mein Bruder auch alleine und dann ja, spielen wir alleine und ja.
Jadi kadang-kadang bareng-bareng main, kadang-kadang enggak ya. Tergantung keadaan. Saya itu gimana? Berantem enggak? Kayak started ya. Ya. Udah.
Ab und zu, ya, immer wieder.
Yang bandel siapa yang bandel?
Ya, siapa yang
bandel? Ini apa ini?
Udah duluan. Siapa?
Aku.
Coba mainan itu yang provokasi siapa?
Wer
Ini apa ini?
provoziert etwas?
Iya.
Cedric?
Yang bandel?
Okay.
Kayla? Yang usil? Kayla.
Yang minta maaf duluan siapa kalau salah?
Siapa?
Wer sagt Entschuldigung zuerst?
Cedric.
Wer hat zuerst
Wer von euch beiden
Entschuldigung?
sagt ihr zuerst Entschuldigung?
Hah?
Cedric?
Cedric. Oh, such a gentle. Okay, so if you are expecting your friends to come to visit, please have your time, kids. Or if you still want to join us, it's okay too.
Ja.
Dadah, Tante.
Dadah, see you next time.
Nanti
Sampai nanti.
di Indonesia. Lucu. Aduh.
Hi, wonderful.
Now you're two now.
Yeah, so how are you guys?
Good, thank you.
Thank you. We're good.
We're
Yes.
fine. How you doing? Gimana kabarnya di sana?
Baik, baik. Still doing the
Ya,
podcast. Sehat.
Ngomong-ngomong, kafe udah dibuka di sana ya? Udah pada bisa makan normal ya?
Udah.
Yeah, eating.
Because we just reopen again, yeah. So,
Yeah, just on 19th of May. Yeah,
Hmm.
restaurants opened again in Austria.
Oh, kalau di sini sih reopen udah quite few months ya, gitu. Dan franchise restaurants like McDonald's or KFC, they really strict to apply this regulation, this health protocol. So if we go there, like 3 people or 4 people, and if the table only can afford for 2 people, then they will say strictly that no, even though you're a family, we have to split the table.
Okay.
But for personally owned cafes, like your neighbors' cafes, like I saw it. They're not really apply this health protocol. So the young people in a cafe, like you can sit together 4 to 5 people for one table and speak to each other and without mask. And while actually people with productive age are not the priority groups to get the vaccine here in Indonesia. It's the senior people first. So it's sad to see that these younger people, they're very confident and casual with this health protocol in daily life, doing their regular activities, while they're not get vaccinated yet.
It's very, very important. They always emphasize as well, to keep those protocols, to remind each other that the high hygiene, that the masks in the right places, keeping the distance, that this is still important, so that we can continue to improve the life again, to go back to some way of normal again. But young people, maybe they are sometimes still too impatient, don't care enough, not think about it too much enough.
We have a new rules.
That's a risk.
For the cafes and restaurants, we have a new rules now that so when you enter the cafe or restaurant to eat or to enjoy delight, you have to register with the barcode. And everyone register the barcode, right? And then you have to show the negative PCR test for 72 hours, which is 3 days. And for what is called swab, antigen.
Yeah.
When you do it by yourself, valid only for 24 hours, which is one day, and antigen test from the apotheke or hospital, it's valid only for 2 days, 48 hours.
Quite strict, yeah.
Oh yeah. Or maybe you show the vaccination
certificate, yeah.
So you are allowed then to check in or to enter the restaurant, cafes. Otherwise, no.
It depends on us, actually. It should be started from ourselves. Because the government, they can only make the regulation, but we ourselves who live our daily lives, right? We should be more care about ourselves.
How is the millennial lifestyle now? Because I heard, they're changing now. So I don't know about the.
So what changed?
Fancy life.
Because the income is increasing, so the expense is also increasing. I mean,
of course.
Yeah, maybe when their income was quite low, they just can dream of like go to Starbucks or go to other fancy, I don't know, department stores, or to go traveling abroad. So when they get higher income, they can try these things. So they have money to spend. And I saw it like a euphoria, because now you have this possibility and resources to get the experiences, to live your dreams. Maybe also because the demand of existence in social media, so they need to update their social media, especially with the stories thing, so you see your friends updating their stories, like with new clothes, new shoes, and they went for lunch in fancy restaurant. I want to go there too.
Like showing off or so,
just a pity.
But I mean, it's natural, so if you can afford, of course you like to.
But you don't know what
they
comes
enjoy
for
the
moment.
Later. It's also risky. It can be risky, because if you don't build a strong financial foundation for the future, if you get into troubles, if you lose your job, then the situation can be totally different. But I can understand also that they want to enjoy life, because every day is unique.
And also the access to get loan, like here in Indonesia, it's quite trending now. They give you very easy access and process to borrow some amount of money, but the interest is very high, and it's counted daily. But because the process is very simple and easy and quick, so quite many millennials try to use this. Also, nowadays you can buy things online with so many installment scheme, right? You buy a cell phone with a 12-month installment. You buy a clothes with a 6 months installment. But then when it's the due date time to pay the installment, you don't really have enough money, because you spend your other money for doing the Starbucks, the cafes, the vacation things, and then you are tempted to take this finance help from a corporation, and then you borrow the money without thinking if you really can afford this, because it's only another like additional debt you have for yourself. But as you said, millennials, they think in a short, like for a short term. So as long as I can get this for now, I can use that money I can spend for what I want. So yeah, they try it, and it's quite an issue. It's been discussing on the TV about this financing thing. Yeah, I don't know in Austria, is it a trend for millennials there, or?
I assume that some of that trend will be similar here as well, because I think the young people now, they also have the same social media channels, so they also see the others posting. They also want to be on the good sides, part of the cool gang, and then. But I'm not sure if that debt problem is the same. I haven't heard about that here.
No, I never heard.
I think maybe it's not. Maybe it became even easier in Indonesia to get a loan than it's in Austria, or maybe here. I don't know. Maybe the kids are raised a little different.
Iya. Setahu aku kalau di sini itu mungkin karena mindsetnya sama pikirannya diajarinya di rumah juga berbeda. Jadi untuk showing off gitu nggak terlalu banyak sih.
Bagus.
Karena mungkin sekeliling aku juga banyak yang anak muda. Aku bekerja pun dengan anak-anak muda. Mereka nggak yang harus nongkrong di kafe. Di sini tuh udah biasa. Kafe itu bukan yang, wow, lu nongkrong di kafe, lu keren. Enggak. Starbucks itu biasa banget misalnya di sini ya. Terus kayak makan di fancy restoran, harganya pun setara sama. Jadi nggak ada yang show off benar-benar kayak milenial yang lain kalau di sini ya. Budaya sama ini kali ya, cara pemikiran yang berbeda.
Iya, cara berpikir, mindset is the key, I think. So, you guys biasanya regularly visit Indonesia ya, every year?
So, 1.5 years.
Every second year, plus minus. That was the cycle typically, but now with the pandemic.
And hopefully we can see really soon live in original. We eat nasi goreng, huh?
Yeah.
Rendang.
Rendang is...
He likes really rendang, you know.
Oh,
if
yeah, me too.
Too close, he can even eat all.
No.
Oh,
yeah. Or the tempe. I love tempe. Yeah, or kerupuk. So yeah. The Indonesian food is good.
Maybe you can visit us somewhere.
Yeah,
it would be great to have you here in Austria. If you want to.
I like it when I was in London, and then I visited also Edinburgh, if I say it correctly.
Edinburgh, I guess.
Edinburgh. Yeah. So
probably close to London, or I know Edinburgh from the name.
No.
So I took train like several hours from London.
That's why you like an ancient building or art or historical,
vintage,
right?
Buildings.
Yeah.
Like Munich,
like here,
or Munich, or Vienna. So you would definitely like it here in Austria as well. Yeah.
Sama side same, not similar.
In Austria, it could be minus 10 degrees Celsius, minus 20 degrees Celsius. I mean,
it's really cold.
The last years it wasn't that cold, but minus 10 we also had.
We had even minus 12.
Yeah, but no minus 20.
No.
You just need to dress warm, and then you can also enjoy. So, for example, if it's minus 10 degrees, but it's blue sky and everything is covered with snow and the crystals are sparkling, you can have a wonderful time outside as well. So it's not that winter is bad, and skiing is great fun.
But the clothes.
But you need to dress warm enough, definitely.
Yeah.
And in summer it can be quite hot here as well. So we can also have 35 or 38 degrees Celsius.
Even it reached 40, honey. I
saw
close to
40. Yeah.
It reached 40. Oh yeah.
But the hottest time is some weeks.
Yeah.
So
it's useless if you buy aircon using 6 or 1 month.
It's an investment for a very short time of the year.
Yeah, it's better you go out from the house and enjoy the sun during those.
Yes, and Austrians, they go into the sun. That's also a difference to Indonesians. Yeah, the Indonesians, I learned that always they avoid the sun. Yeah.
Under the tree.
But Europeans, they put on sun cream and lay down in the sun for the whole day, with bikini or no bikini.
I don't want to get dark. I have dark skin already.
But Austrians want to have dark skin. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Laras is very Indonesian, and Indonesian people tend to avoid being tan. Yeah.
Because everyone is jealous of Laras with the skin color she has, because Europeans, they want to have a skin color like that. And they use creams to get darker skin. They go to the solarium to have a darker skin, to get some tan. They jump out into the sun every moment.
Kayak ikan teri dijemur tau gak lo? Pakai bikini terus laying aja gitu di park. Oh my god.
And Laras has that skin without doing anything. Yeah.
No. I don't. They're always saying that, oh, you have a beautiful skin, you have a tan. Oh, thank you. But I want to have your skin. Can we change? Yeah.
It's typical human. Yeah, so everybody wants to have what the other has.
Yeah.
The grass is always greener on the other side.
Of course, rumput tetangga lebih hijau.
Good.
I think you guys have things to do. Please
I have to prepare for lunch.
Have your time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you too. So see you next time.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Have a good evening. Yeah, so
have a good evening. Yeah, but you said
it's already evening.
6.
Yeah.
So enjoy your dinner then.
Okay then.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Now. Yeah. See you next time.
See you soon. See you next time. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm closing this and I will turn off my Zoom. Okay.
Now it's enough. Yeah.
All right.
Bye guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Jude.